like write it out. Did anybody just feel good about writing it out? Did it just feel good just to kind of just put it on paper and even maybe even just talk about it for a second? It probably made you feel uncomfortable, but did anybody have a sense of relief? Anybody have a sense of relief? Both had a sense of relief by putting it out there. Now here's another way of looking at this. Right? So we have our current fears, that anxiety, which I just talked about. But what about a future fear? And here's what I'd like you to do. One more time. I want you to take a real deep breath. And I want you to take 30 seconds and close your eyes. And I want you to think about a fear in the future. Something that might keep you up at night. So take a deep breath. And then breathe out. And keep your eyes closed for the next 30 seconds. And I want you to think about something that hasn't happened. Hasn't occurred. It's not happening. May never happen. But it seems to resurface in your mind. And it hinders you from doing something. It's like an anxiety, a fear. It's something that you wish would just leave your mind. So again, and breathe. Think about that future fear. And then let's go ahead, let's open our eyes, and let's write that future fear down. That anxiety. Something that's just hindering us. Something that you just don't know why. It just seems to keep resurfacing. Where does it come from? It hasn't ever happened. Maybe it's an unexpected medical report. It's not even real. It hasn't even happened. Maybe you've wanted to always start your own business, and for whatever reason, you just never got to it. Maybe something happened to you as a child, and you fear that something might happen to your child. Even though it's never happened. It's never happened. So once you're done writing, is everybody done? Nope, we still got 2 more. Okay. Who would like to share? Who would like to share? What was that future fear that has never actually happened?
It's happening, but being a dad, being a leader, and being a dad, and I got 3 kids, and making sure what he exactly relate to being tough. The things that I went through as a kid, preparing them for life, because it will eat you up. And, you know, just my fear of making sure that I'm going to do a great job of doing that. I'm going to get that across.
And does that fear stop you from doing stuff,
No.
or does that fear help you?
Helps me, motivates me that I'm not going from, because what my failures and things that I've did in the past are, I'm taking all that consideration with my father, and I'm going to make sure that that stuff does not happen. It's not going to happen, and, you know.
So you're using your fear as an advantage.
Fuel for my fire.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, fear is just the anticipation of pain. A pain that's not real, that hasn't actually happened. That's a great way to use it. Who else? A future fear that hasn't actually happened. Who'd like to share?
I got one.
Yes.
Being alone.
Yes. Why? Why do you have the fear of being alone when you're not actually alone?
Right? Yeah, but the fear of being alone, it kind of goes back to, that fear as a child, not good enough. You're not good enough. You can't do it on your own, But now, being alone, having a relationship end again, and the idea, damn, this might be it. I might be alone for the rest of my life, and that sucks. That's fear, right? So what do? I use that, like my friend over there, use that today. So when I am alone, and I'm saying, man, I'm going to spend the rest of my life alone, I use that to get up, go out, and do something. go to a meeting, come to something like this where I'm not exactly comfortable,
Yeah.
but meet people when I'm not exactly comfortable, but do it.
Yeah.
So
So again, you're using the fear as a crutch to make you stronger.
right.
Got it. Does anybody else have the opposite? Their fear is hindering. Does anybody have a fear that hinders them? Yes.
I have a major fear of heights.
Okay.
Okay. Part of the experience with Scott doing the climbing the ladder and falling back, for me it was to get up the ladder and let go. I felt like a cat holding on to the top of the thing. Like
Yes.
this, because I was scared to death to do it, and we're getting ready to. It sounds silly, but we're getting ready to go to Disney World, and my husband wants me to go on the Himalayan with him. And I saw it once, I watched it, and it came out from one building into the next, way up in the sky, going across, and then broke down. And everybody had to get off and walk down. And they would have to send a helicopter up for me. I wouldn't be able to get out of the seat. I know how I am. I'm scared to death and freeze, and and we're going. He keeps saying, "You're going to go on the Himalayan with me." And I told him, "No, I'm going skydiving with Joe, but I'm not going to go on the Himalayan with you."
Well,
But scared to death of knowing he's going to want me to do that, and I'm like,
I think it'll be a tremendous opportunity to wipe that fear away by going in and facing
and it
that
goes
pain.
backwards too, though.
That's okay.